for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom?
Mm-hmm.
And she's 11?
He is.
He is 11? He goes to school?
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work?
No.
So you're just living off of his child support?
I am. And we live with our mother.
And you're proud of that?
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay.
But, I mean...
But you can work now, right?
I can, but...
So, it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. I mean, my mom's the homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to go there with you today because you can...
Welcome to the S.Banks&JD Network podcast. I'm your host, S.Banks, and I'm joined by my co-host,
JD.
And we got a nice lit podcast for you today. So, what are we talking about?
We're talking about single mother does not want to work and demands even more child support.
Yes. You have those women, it's never enough. It's never enough. But I understand that some men don't, pull their weight.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. But, we're going to have a conversation about that today.
We are.
Definitely a trigger alert. Today we have 4 clips for you. The first one is going to give you some context. It possibly will set the tone. But let's play the first clip and then we're going to have a conversation about this whole child support situation, who should do what, yada, yada, yada.
Yep.
And guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. It's only a conversation and we need to get that started.
Yes, definitely.
So, without further delay, let's play clip number 1.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat to begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let anybody...
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over...
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, let me. Can I please just say this? I was married once before, okay?
Mm-hmm. My
husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So why is it my
There's your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't beat me until
You're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Oh, my God. You are
still stupid. You expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible.
I cannot even believe
You're insane.
It is unbelievable.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right, and I'm on the radio because I've got millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you've just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic. I really don't give a rat's ass. I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me. She hung up. Look at that. He beat me for 2 years, and now, can you imagine? He doesn't send child support. Forgets to send it. I can't believe that deadbeat. First he beat me, and I'm saying, I'm spreading my legs. I'm saying, okay, impregnate me. Let's have a baby. So the guy's beating me, okay? After 2 years of beating me, I left his ass because I got tired of being beaten. And now, he doesn't send child support anymore. By the way, isn't that a proof of what I've been saying? Oh, women, we're independent. We can do it without men. We don't need men. Now you're taking your abuser and you're saying, the guy doesn't send me any money. You got to be kidding me. Guy didn't send you any money. The guy is insane. You hooked up with a guy who beat the crap out of you, and now you wonder why I didn't send you any money. And you see, this is what I'm talking about. Women are not independent.
Okay, that was the end of that clip, right? And that's provided some context to where we're going with this. Now, in my opinion, he said no lies. You might, or most people probably may not like his delivery, and that depends on who's listening, right? So he said a lot of bullet points, right? But it's funny it came back down to it being the man's fault, even though more time women are the gatekeepers to bedroom fun and who gets born.
Yeah.
So non-accountability is what we heard. You could say, oh, he could have said it to her in a better tone, but more time you can say it to someone nice. You can say it to them nasty. Listen, did you hear the message? It is what it is, right? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, everyone will take his delivery in their own way, pretty much like what you said. To some people, it was the extreme. To others, it was like, well, yeah, he just kind of told it as it was. You know, that's just how it goes sometimes. But in regards to certain things she said, so one example was she said she left her husband after she got tired of him beating her ass for 2 years.
Yeah.
And I understand everyone's situation is different when it comes to violence in a relationship. But would you really allow someone to beat, you know, your ass for 2 years? But then...
Okay, everyone's situation is different, I agree. But what I will say is this, right? You hear a lot of women say it's men that are the problem, right? But then every single man that particular woman meets, she's the common denominator, right? In that situation. And it's kind of ironic, it's convenient that every single man that woman particularly meets, all the guys are bad. So she picks bad apples, then complains that it's the men. But why not she just admit and say that she's a bad apple picker? This is the whole non-accountability of women. And then when men like Tom Likas says what he says, they want to say, oh, he's a misogynist, he's toxic. Now, there's many platforms that men are coming out with today that shed the light on all of these, even though they kind of want to pull the wool over people's eyes and pretend that certain things don't exist. We're going to talk about, obviously, the whole child support, the BS, women getting themselves pregnant on purpose, yada, yada, yada. But I'm just saying he kept it. Listen, it is what it is in that situation.
Yeah, I think he kept it 100% real in my eyes. Like I said, some people take the delivery harshly and some won't. When you make poor decisions as a female,
pay the price.
Exactly. So this is the end result for her, to where she's, I take it, no longer married.
Yes,
separated. Yeah. Has a child with him. Remember, you opened up your legs and invited someone.
But she and many like her expected, okay, a dude that whooped her ass, so you're a bad apple picker. You know he's a bad apple, and you expect him to be noble and honorable, as in paying child support on time, yada, yada, yada. This dude was whooping your ass. What did you expect when he doesn't pay it? Does he look like an upstanding citizen?
Well, no.
Then what do women do?
They continue.
So they continue to pick bad apples, right? And then when they're chewed up and spat out, what do? They pick the dude to be a stepfather. They date for a stepfather.
Yeah.
And then that dude's got to pick up the slack. And you don't even rate him really and truly when it comes down to it. So what benefit does the stepfather have picking up the slack? There's no benefit in it.
No, there isn't any. Well, first of all, he has to... do I dare to use the word compete with the child? Obviously, well, for some people it's one child, for others it's multiple children that man has to, deal with. And honestly, men don't want to deal with other people or other men's children. He doesn't want to. And realistically, why would you even want to? Honestly, why would you want to? If you are especially if you don't have children
Yeah.
and you go into a relationship, you want that person to not have any kids.
No.
It just makes everything easier. When you do join families together and the woman has children already and another man comes into the picture, he has to get on with that child. That child has to like him
but
as
the thing
well.
is this, what benefit does the man get from
He
that?
doesn't get that. I already answered that. I said he doesn't
So-
get any
So then
benefit.
why does he do it? Women are, quick to have their uprising.
Mm.
What are you trying to say? We already know, right? They're in a single mother. Okay. If you have a child out of wedlock, you come into a situation, right, with a child. This lowers your SMV.
Yeah.
But women believe I am the table. Take me as I am. When you're dating, you're now in the market, right? You're dating for a stepfather, right?
Mhm.
It's not about you anymore. So you got to be more calculated.
Mhm.
You got to ask the right questions. But they believe they're the ish, and they believe they can make the Ciara prayer, right? And the guy's supposed to fall on the lap, a rich simp, and do what they do, right? But that's not how the cookie crumbles.
No.
And then when Tom Likas and people like that give women the hardcore truth, they don't like it.
No.
It is what it is.
Well, she decided to, as you said, poor decisions. You pick these sort of guys,
Yes.
get pregnant, or you give them your womb, get pregnant, and then complain of the type of guy he is afterwards.
Yeah.
How about you choose better men?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, by you getting pregnant for this waste man or this good for nothing something,
I haven't heard that in a
or-
while. Waste man.
or
Mm.
or deadbeat dad, that's what they usually call them. That's where I was trying to go with it. You complain.
But is he a deadbeat? You knew he was a bad apple. You can't complain and say, okay, when I met him, he was a bum. And then when you get with him, you're hoping he's a fix me upper, right? So this dude you met is a fix me upper, but then he's not going to fix up. You complain that he didn't fix up and he's a bum, but you knew this in the beginning, right? Well, let me move on to something, right? One of my notes is this. Women are responsible for the hookup culture because they're the gatekeepers to bedroom fun, which is smashing, right? Whoever gets brought into the world, it's up to them. There's many birth controls,
Yeah.
right? There's many forms of protection.
Yeah.
They meet these dudes because of the pleasures of the skin. So he makes me feel good. Oh, he makes me feel good, but is he good character? Is he good quality? Doesn't matter as long as he makes me feel good. Then you complain, and then you put all this burden on men. That the stepfathers. Look at the podcast we done with that chick, right? She just didn't get it. She was saying, when men say don't date single mothers, she's saying, okay, so you meet the bad dudes, and then he breeds you up. Then you expect the stepfathers to come and step up. That's unfair. So when men say, nah, that's not the case, women want to take non-accountability from their poor choices.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This is what it is. What's your thoughts?
Well, it's 100% the woman's fault who brings, that child into this world. If you knew that you picked a rotten apple,
Yeah.
and at the end of it, he ends up being rotten, well, he was rotten from the beginning. So what do you expect?
Yeah.
Maybe you should have closed your legs to him, not offer up your womb. Then you wouldn't be in this position.
Marry
Just
before you
saying.
carry, right?
Marry before you carry, definitely.
Yeah.
Some we all should do. But, people make mistakes, but have you learned from your mistake? Because what another issue is, you will choose a rotten apple, go through the whole process, end up with a baby, have problems, child support, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then you find a stepdaddy,
Yeah.
or let's not say a stepdad, you find another guy,
Insurance policy. Go on anyway.
you get with him,
Yeah.
open wide like Tower Bridge, offer up your womb, give him VIP access, and then realize, oh, here's a deadbeat, here's whatever.
But you
Because
knew
you
that in the beginning,
repeated
though.
the cycle
You
again.
knew that in the beginning. Let me ask a question, right? This is one of my notes. So does a woman's age and her having a baby or babies affect her SMV? That's her sexual market value. People, put in the comments if you think having a baby affects your SMV.
Okay.
What do you guys think? I'm going to say yes. Some women's going to say no, because I am the table. I am the ish. That shouldn't affect nothing. I can look after my child. He's got a father already. Hey, he's got a father biologically, yeah. Don't mean the dad's around. I'm just saying, isn't it?
Even if the dad was around, your question is, does a woman having a child, sorry, you used a certain word. Does a woman having a child affect their SMV? Well, yes, because after having that one child, unfortunately for women, this involves me too. I'm a female. If you have one child, it affects your SMV. That guy, you're not no longer with the baby father, your ex-boyfriend, or your fling, or whatever you want to call it.
Let's say husband.
Okay. You're no longer with him. So then the next guy you meet and he finds out you have a child, it's like, oh, don't know about that. Don't know if I want to deal with that. You could be a good woman, but because you had that baby, it's like, don't know about that.
Nonetheless, put in the comments if you think having babies or a baby affects how men pick you, even having a past or high body count. In the comments, guys.
That affects you too, yeah.
Let us know what you think. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. In saying that, the first clip was to set the context and partially the tone. Let's play clip number 2, which is what I really want to get to. Without further delay, here's clip number 2.
So I decided to take my son's father off of child support because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Recently, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he could possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help him help us take care of our child. And that's co-parenting.
Amazing.
Yes. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
She is putting aside her emotions, her feelings, and everything else, like what women do, emotional. We think, and she's thinking about her child. Now, she said that she took him off because it was causing turmoil between them and negativity and all the rest of it. So she said, you know what? This ain't working out for us. It's not good. The road we're heading down is not a good one.
Okay, this is the woman that's taking accountability.
Yes.
She is thinking about the child's feelings above her own.
Yeah.
She's saying by putting the child's father on child support, there's a struggle. He's maybe not able to see the child as much, not able to play the role as daddy as much as he would like to because of something she's done. She's smart enough to say, I care about the quality of the relationship between you guys, the father and the son, or the father and the daughter. Many women believe that I don't need no man. They believe that the child doesn't need a father because being a male in today's society means that it's a bad thing. They think I can do it all by my lonely. I'm Miss Independent. But we now know, based on stats, this is not even my opinion, based on stats, children that come from a 2-parent household fare better.
Yeah, they do.
Ones that come from a single-parent household don't fare as well. This is a fact.
But that's not rocket science, though.
It's
2 is better than 1.
It's not about rocket science. It's about the stats, because many women will try to argue you down and say, no, I raised my child like this and they turned out like this, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And it's like, stop it.
But they're not being realistic, and you're moving more on the delusional side.
Yeah.
2 parents in a household is better than 1. That's like saying 1 income is better than 2. How? So if, say, for example, you was to earn 100,000 a year and I was to earn, let's say, 60,000 a year, are you really going to tell me that just having 100,000 by yourself is better than having 160?
I hear you. But the thing is this, right? Many women bring it down to a monetary value.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just about money. I'm not saying that was your point.
No.
That was just something that came to my head when you said that. And it's not just about the money. It's about the quality. It's about the guidance of the father.
Yeah.
Fathers do things in a way that the mothers can't do. Mothers nurture in the beginning. They do their thing. I'm not saying mummies are not needed, but I'm saying fathers are definitely needed.
Mm-hmm.
But many women will say, I'm going to put this dude on child support to spite you because you left me.
Yeah.
Or because the child looks like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to piss you off. I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to put all these hurdles and obstacles in front of you just to F you up. Because you don't care about that child. You care about, oh, I'm going to bond the father or whatever your sick reasons are.
So let's say majority of women put their baby fathers on child support just out of spite.
Yeah.
For negativity.
Yeah.
It's not positive.
Yeah. And the courts are in favor of the woman.
Uh-huh. And the courts get paid.
We know there's a business behind it. That's
why it's pushed so much. But
yeah. But I'm just saying it was great the fact that she saw that the quality of the relationship between that father and her child wasn't, going in the right direction. And she said, I have the power to do that, because when you let Zaddy come in there and start dictating who does what and who gets what, that's a problem, because at the end of the day, your child is only young for so long, right? So then what they learn in the earlier years, they might say, raw, daddy was never around, blah, blah, blah. Because more time, as I said, mommy's upset. So mommy may condition the child to hate daddy because daddy doesn't want to come around. But daddy's trying to work because mommy put him on child support. Mommy doesn't work because she does what she does and she just puts how she feels about daddy onto the child. More time, a child would be like, my dad was never around. Then they hate men.
Yeah.
Because that's mommy's projection. That mommy has projected that on the child.
That happens a lot,
Okay, there was that clip, right? Don't know if people remember it, right? But do you remember the clip? Daddy doesn't want to see you anymore, blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
this child's like about 3 years old, 4 years old, right? No more than 5, let me say
there
that.
Was a lady in a car and she was with her daughter. Her daughter was sitting in the back seat and she was basically saying that you saw what mommy did, right? I called daddy on the phone and you heard daddy say that he's not coming.
Yeah.
And then what did the daughter say? Like you said, she was about 2 or 3 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a daddy.
Wow.
That was so heartbreaking.
That was really sad to see. Do you know what I mean? That mommy would, condition the child to hate men, and it was all about her. And why would you even record that? Why do you even record that situation, man? But
for me, in that situation, what we're talking about the lady in the car with the daughter, for me, is why certain conversations you should not have with your children. It has to be age appropriate. Now that child doesn't understand certain things, right?
You don't get other things set up.
Exactly. So for me, if that's the situation where the father did not come around when he promised her, I'm coming today, and he calls her or whatever, or doesn't call her, for example, and say, I'm not coming anymore.
Yeah.
As the mother, you shouldn't say, oh, daddy's not coming anymore and whatever she's saying. You just say, today, daddy can't make it, unfortunately, because something happened, whatever, and he's unable to make it. Don't
Even if he is a deadbeat, you can't project that onto the child. That's in my opinion. I can't tell someone how to raise their own child, but come on now, man. It's kind of self-explanatory, innit? So, that's just how I see that, man. But what else do you want to add, man? Before we jump to the next clip.
I just think there's a lot of growing up that needs to be
growth
had in these situations, and it's nice to see a change because usually we don't see videos like this. So it's nice to see a change, that she has seen the issue, seen the problem. It was going down a dark path and she thought, you know what, I like the statement that she actually said. If I remember correctly, she said, why don't I help him to help us raise our child? Something along those lines.
That was amazing.
It was a very beautiful statement, because if you check it, it's very true. Now, if child support is taking a certain amount of money from him
And he can't
and
cope.
he can't cope with doing that, so then he has to work longer shifts, for example, or get another job.
It's a struggle.
And then he sees less time with that child because he has to work so much in order to pay her child support. So then she said she's helped him to look for trucks or something like that. I'm not sure what field he wants
Helped
to go
him to get
into.
a job.
Yes, but she's helped him
Helped
exactly
him to help us.
to look after our child, so our child
that.
has the best outcome in life.
Yeah.
That was beautiful to me. I thought,
Yeah,
well,
that was
congratulations to her
So,
and her situation.
I'll say this. Ladies, put in the comments, how many of you would do what this lady done in this clip? How many of you are going to take that dude off child support and put your child first? Now, I know many of you is going to say, nah, get that P, blah, blah, blah. But I think she cared about the quality of the relationship between child and father and how child views mommy and daddy. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great thing. And the thing is this, right? That clip went viral because she stood out, because most chicks don't do that. Most women don't do that. That's why the clip went viral. And I think it's good to get the conversation started, because the court systems don't work in the favor of men, you know, and I swear women want equality.
They do.
Yeah,
but
they don't. But we don't get it as men. So it's a good thing to shed the light on, you know, that whole situation. Many women get themselves pregnant on purpose to have a baby, to make some money. But we got some clips.
Oh,
that's going to break down some of that. But continue your point.
What you just said reminded me of who is it, Drake? And his little situation he was going
the girl
through.
tried to put hot sauce in the thing. Because the girl tried to thief his seed.
Yep.
She tried to thief his seed.
Yep.
Without his consent.
Exactly.
Wow.
Just to get
Just
peas,
to get
right?
paid. Yeah.
That's my point on you don't care about your children. Because you'll purposely get pregnant to a man who clearly doesn't want to have a baby with you.
Yeah.
And then you want to try and get him for his money. So then that child is in a one parent household.
Yeah.
And then he's
get
probably
paid.
upset because it's like, I did not want this with you. What are you talking about? And then another statistic.
What about chicks that they're naive? They do want to be in a relationship. They do want the father to stay around, but they just don't understand how things work because maybe they ain't taught. Maybe the culture doesn't allow them to see what's right in front of them. So what do you say to those women? Because those women leave relationships. And sometimes they just don't know how to stay.
Do you know, in those situations, it's sad because it's quite a lot of women that don't understand even how to be in a relationship.
Yeah.
How to maintain one.
Yeah.
So when you do end up being in a situation of having a child with somebody, you don't have a clue how to hold that family unit together. So it ends up with maybe her leaving or him leaving because it's just not working. So a lot of women are not equipped with the tools to keep the family together, unfortunately. I don't know. I think if you are in that situation and that's you, I think it's a lesson learned and to do better if there was a next time.
I'll say ladies, free game. It's not always what you're doing, sometimes it's what you're not doing. That's how the cookie crumbles in this situation. But guys, definitely give us your thoughts, man. What do you guys think about, you know, this subject and that particular clip? Let us know what you think. I don't know if you add anything more before we jump to clip number 3.
No, we can we can jump to clip number 3.
All right, what we're gonna do, we're gonna play clip number 3, come back, chop it up with you guys, and let you guys know our thoughts. Anyways, here's clip number 3.
A lot of people got something to say about the fact that I got 6 kids with 6 different men. So I'm just gonna tell y'all why it is better to do it this way. If I had 6 kids with all the same dude, I get 34% of his income, which is only $680 a month. If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby daddies?
Can I go first? Why don't I have 6 baby daddies? Let me think. Because she's asking the question to the women, right? Why don't I have 6 baby dads? Let me think. Maybe because I have morals, standards, and dignity. Why would I want to have 6 baby fathers? What happened to family structure, family unit?
That's not the mentality she's playing on, right?
Clearly not.
You can see having children, and especially in the West, it's a business. Marriage, leaving your husband and getting what you can get from him is a business. Whether women and people in general want to admit that, it's a business. So she's showing you, she had her notes.
That's crazy.
She had the notes up,
you actually
right?
broke it down.
And she's saying, if I have 6 kids with one man, there's a certain percentage I can take from him. But if I have 6 kids from 6 different men, I can get 17%. If my memory serves me correct, 17% of his wages, which would mean I would get XYZ more. Some women get pregnant on purpose. Now, if I go back to my past, right? If I go way back, right? Chicks used to say, I'm on birth control. But more time, they're gassing so they can get pregnant, so they can use you to monetize. They don't care about those kids.
Clearly.
They don't care about those kids.
What part did you hear?
Those kids are meal tickets.
Thank you. What part in her statement did you hear to where she cares about those kids and their well-being? All you heard was how much peas she can get out of each of her baby fathers.
The sick part about that is she's someone's mother. She's those 6 kids' mothers.
And they're going to be raised in a certain way with the same mentality.
Their friends at school is going to see this.
Their friends at school already know the situation. Are all of her 6 baby fathers in her children's life? Most likely not. This is your mentality. You can ask for child support, but they're thinking, whatever, you got the child support, but I ain't around. I don't want to know nothing about you.
One of my notes is this. Is this how women are moving today? And a question I'll ask. Are women more than just free holes? Because on the front of the guys, he wants to smash. He's trying to smash those holes. She's trying to get paid. This is what men have to pick from. So she's saying, get me pregnant. We have even talked about catching the STD and STIs or whatever, right?
Exactly.
So women get themselves pregnant on purpose. Some of them are reckless and don't care. Say it's not that situation, they don't care. So then the dude gets them pregnant, then they complain that he's a deadbeat. But then, if I sleep with a chick, it's 50-50. It's consensual. I do my thing, she do her thing. Cool. But then when when someone blanks in you, that dude blanks in you, right? This is out of my control. I no longer have anything, no say over this thing. But there's how many different birth controls? Can you see why men are walking away from dating? I'm going to tag that podcast, by the way. We've got 5 different podcasts. Why men are walking away from dating, right? Men have to be careful. I'll say, fellas, you need to strap up.
Yep.
They've got this new birth control for men. Men can take the pill now. So women will say, I'm pregnant. Guys can go, I'm glad you told me that, but I'm not the father. Why? Because I'm taking the pill.
Yeah.
we could drop that jewel on a woman now. That's a mazza.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
First hearing about they're doing a pill for a man, I thought, what? But when I thought about it again, I think it's actually a good thing. And it's similar to what you said. If the girl, I think it gives the man more control of his seed, right? Yeah. Although fellas, be very careful with the people that you're giving your seed to.
Yeah.
Because when you're all up in that,
on them guts,
the JJ,
yeah,
you need to really think about who you're doing it with. So, just like we said about rotten apples, try not to do it with the rotten ones, at least make them, somewhat better.
But what about the chameleons? We
Yes,
don't know.
there are
'cause a lot
chameleons.
of them are chameleons. We don't
Yes,
know.
but I'm saying there's ratchet and then there's a more of a normal girl. There is,
Okay,
you know.
let's speak about not the ratchet ghetto ones.
Mhm.
Let's speak about the ones that are balanced, have their
See-
screws a little bit tighter than the other ones. It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell, but at least she's a bit more balanced and has a bit more screws
Don't mean
tightened.
she is just as crazy as the other one.
That's true too. But I will just say that
I know
it
what I'm
gives
talking
the
about.
man it gives the man a bit more option of, you know, not just condoms. I have another option. So I'll use that too. But I'm gonna take the pill on top of it. So I know, say, there's a higher chance of me not getting this girl pregnant because I've got more control in doing that. Where if you just put it 100% on the women and all you use is latex, and then you the woman has control of everything else, so she can say I've taken child support, you know. She can say I've taken the pill or contraception, but lie about it. I think it just gives a man another option, and I think it's better for men.
I'll go a couple of questions, right? Do you think a woman would be so willing to get herself pregnant if there was no support system behind that action?
No.
She wouldn't. And I'll ask another question. Fellas, how many of you are going to take that contraception pill? Are you going to do it? Is it going to fuck up your seeds later on in life?
See?
I don't know.
That's the thing. This is one thing that gets me right with this whole contraception thing. Now, I think it's a little bit unfair on the woman's side because you want a woman to be on contraception, right?
Yes.
But taking contraception comes with negative things. So the benefit is we don't get pregnant.
Yeah.
But then there's so much negative as well because it can cause problems, cause things, you know. I'm sure everyone knows about it.
I agree, yeah.
So we have to weigh out the decision. Do I want to cause myself harm? Because that's what it's doing. It's causing you harm just to not get pregnant. So
but why bring an unwanted baby into the world?
I get it too.
So then you got to think about the trade-off.
Yeah, catch-22.
Yeah. So
It's a catch-22.
There definitely is a trade-off, right? But the thing is this, right? My last note I want to say on this particular topic is this: these chicks openly admit to listen. She had a graph in how she gonna play men, how women are gonna finesse men. Where do you meet these girls? What, like, I don't know about this. They openly admit it. This is no wow moment.
No.
I'm not shocked or surprised. I see it all the time. It's normal. But where do you meet these chicks, right? My note is this: these women do these things. It's not flagged. Then you got other women coaching these kind of women on, say, yes, you go, girl, you get the bag. Ain't none of them spoke about the child.
No.
Just about getting the bag.
Exactly.
This is why platforms like this exist. Then you got mainstream media promoting the BS.
Yeah.
Are they really for you? I swear kids are the future. I could have swear kids are the future. They don't care about your kids. Neither do those they say deadbeat fathers. But I'm going to say you're a deadbeat mother. They don't care about your kids. You don't care about your kids.
No one cares about the kids.
Am I wrong?
That's
Put
why
in the comments if you agree or if you disagree.
Yeah, do that, please. Would like to hear your thoughts on this topic.
Exactly.
And let us know. Our hearts are still open.
Yeah.
You know, it's just some of our thoughts. It's all good.
Yeah.
But this is why you end up with younger generations. If you think about it, the younger generation now, it's
Millennials.
so messed up.
Who suffers in the end?
Well, they do.
The children.
And then imagine them having children.
Because mommy wanted to get a Birkin bag. Now.
Materialistic. Come on. You can't.
Yeah. Materialistic girl in a materialistic world. If you ain't got no money, can't have no panani. Now, I'm going to play the last clip, which is going to bring everything full circle so you understand where we coming from. If you got something to say on the last clip, say it from now. We play the clip.
no, we can go dive
Okay,
right into
cool.
clip 4.
I'm gonna play the last clip. I'm probably just gonna play the audio of this, and you're not gonna see the visuals because I think it's an ongoing show, and we don't know copyright business.
Fair use, by the way.
Yes. So this clip that we're playing now is definitely fair use. So we're gonna play it. We're gonna come back, give you our thoughts, but we're gonna show you how ratchet and effed up they are. Here's clip number 4.
What do you do for a living?
I don't work. I take care of our kid.
So you're a stay-at-home mom,
Mm-hmm.
and she's 11.
He is.
He is
yeah.
11. He goes to school.
He does.
So what do you do during the day?
Nothing.
You don't want to work,
No.
so you're just living off of his child support,
I am. And we live with our mother.
and you're proud of that.
Well, we were living with him, and I was a stay-at-home mom. He made the income.
Okay,
But, I mean,
but you can work now, right?
I can, but
So it's no but you can go get a job, right?
I could, but I'm not going to. My rent's free. My food is free. I mean, my mom's a homeowner. We don't have to pay nothing.
Okay. You know, I'm not going to go there with you today because you can, obviously you're able to work.
I'm able, but I
And
don't
you
want to.
should work, but again, that has nothing to do with me today. What we're going to do is talk about the modification of these numbers, all right? So your income has increased. It's increased about almost $400. So based on you saying that you receive about $90,000 on the high end, it brings your gross to about $7,500, which your net is $5,465.22. That would bring, well, health insurance. Who covers health insurance?
I do.
And how much is that?
It's $110 a month.
Okay, 110. So what I'm going to do is give you credit actually for the health insurance coverage for the child. So that would slightly bring your child support down. And monthly, yes, slightly. It's still expensive. $1,093 a month is what he would pay in child support.
That's it?
That's it. Well, it would be more if you get a job.
He would pay more if I got a job?
No, it would be more for the child if you got a job.
Your Honor.
That was the end of that clip, right? And we're just going to play the audio of this clip. We will tag the video so you can see the visuals. Her face.
I know.
In society, men are portrayed to just be insurance policies or bedroom fun.
Yep.
She said, my mom's a homeowner. It's free. Why not let him go out and slave while I just reap the benefits of what he brings to us? She didn't care about that child. The judge in the end was like, if you're concerned about your child having more, why don't you go out and get a job? Pathetic. She wouldn't even do it.
No. So basically, she's just a bum.
It's not even about being a bum. It's the moral compass. Is that the systems that are put in place to enable women to act like this.
Yeah.
It's terrible,
Selfish,
man.
entitled, and lazy.
And we say these things, right? Censored. That's effed up. Why? Because women are 51% of the voters. I have to say it. What is it?
Yeah, she doesn't have her
Jacked
child's
up, man.
best interest at heart at all. And it's clear because she said, that her ex, or the baby father anyway, paid all the bills. So she was a stay-at-home mother anyway. But you're not that anymore.
Yeah.
You've moved away from him and you live with your mother.
Does it not seem like mommy, like daughter? Because that's the kind of energy I was getting.
Yes, I would say yes, because the mother has allowed the daughter.
Maybe mommy did that to daddy, and then the daughter.
That may
started to
not
do it
have
to
happened, but
food for thought, though, right?
it is food for thought. But to allow your big grown adult woman to stay with you rent free and everything's free, then you can kind of.
She had that whole modern woman entitlement complex. That's what I was reading. Maybe disagree, guys. Join the conversation. Put in the comments, what do you guys think? Right now, let me say this. Right, it's funny how women say what they say, so blasé, just raggos. They just say online whatever. They don't get flagged. let me talk about the Tinder swindler. Some people see him as the villain. Some people see him as the hero. But it's funny, those women that were on him were trying to finesse him. He just got there before they got there.
Yeah.
Right? Women say what they say and do what he does. Even worse, they do it all day long, every day.
Yep.
Oh, they're a princess. Society paints women that they can do no wrong. Look at what this woman was saying. Look at her mannerisms, how she was moving. She's the Tinder swindler. It's just that she wasn't on Tinder.
Yeah.
That's effed up because she's saying, I'm working for free. Why do I need to get a job? I'm going to finesse this man. So then you met this dude with the intention of playing me from the jump, off the rip.
That's true. But the judge asks, so you're just living off of basically the child support?
And she goes, yep.
But that shows the selfishness of her. But the child support he's paying is for the child. It's not for her.
I didn't want to use selfish. Fucked up. Fucked up. That's the truth.
It's true. But a lot of women forget what it's actually for, who it's for, should I say. The child support is for the child. Yeah. It's not supposed to be for you to live on.
When it was a Tinder swindler, no children involved, everybody was saying, oh, he's the villain. Now, I'm not condoning what he did or may have did, right? I'm just saying women finesse men all day long. Then you got channels that say, hey, fellas, don't get finesse. This is how you move. This is how you spot the red flags. Then they go, hey, shut up. Shut up. Men are insurance policies. They don't care about your kids. This woman didn't mention her child once. She just mentioned what she gonna get.
Yeah.
Effed up, man.
Upset about the fact that it's gonna be less than what it was. What, is that it?
Children are products today and of monetary value.
Yeah.
Mothers don't generally care.
Our children, pawns, and property. We done a podcast on that actually, and I will tag it in the description box so you can all go and take a nosy.
Yes.
On that podcast. So please do go and watch that one and give us your thoughts there as well. Put in the comment section whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it, your thoughts on the whole topic.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah, we'll tag those videos anyway, so you guys can, watch it, get some entertainment, and start the conversation. But I'm not going to cook too much. The videos were self-explanatory, and we want you guys to join the conversation. But I'll ask a question, and this is my final question. You can ask this as well. What does dating look like in the next 5 years? We got women that's ratchet, hot girl summers, city girls are up. What men have to look forward to in dating. I'm not saying to you men are perfect, but if men are effeminate, women are masculine, you mix that in the cauldron, in the pot, right? What do you think dating's looking like in the next 5 years?
Well, for those on the dating market, I have been out of that situation for an extremely long time. So personally, I don't know. But from what I've heard, because all I've been hearing is complaints.
Well, imagine from what you've seen, that's what you got to look forward to.
Yes. So I'm saying, from what I've heard so far, dating is crap. And I've heard it from men and I've heard it from women as well. They're complaining that dating is just like, it's rubbish. It's rubbish, literally. So imagine in the next 5 years what it would be like then. So if it's already crap now, imagine it in 5 years. It's gonna be
another failed
pointless.
Talking stage. That's what you hear some chick saying, right?
It's a talking stage. Failed on talking.
What do you think?
Wow.
Okay. What do you think men need? Let's start with the men. What do you think men need to do to bring this thing back full circle and make things better? What, in your opinion? Maybe you can say it now. Maybe you got to think about that. What do you think men need to do to bring it back? To make dating a better experience for men? And then we can talk about the women.
What do men need to do to make dating exciting again or better?
One of the podcasts, a woman said men can't even sit at a table sociably. They just don't get it. A couple of women said that, right? And I will say a lot of dudes are like that. A lot of dudes just don't get it, right?
Yeah.
So I'd think men, for me, I'd say men definitely need to work on those things as far as how they present themselves, their internal values, their external values, as far as their attire, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, you know, they do need to work on leveling themselves up. That's what I think men need to do.
Yeah.
To, you know, bring this thing back. But I think the culture, I think society F's women up. And you got women that say all men want is coochie. Men want coochie, but men also want substance.
Yeah.
Our next podcast, we're going to talk about a couple of things about what men want, so women have an understanding. We're going to break that down for you. But I think, yeah, those are the things men need to work on. That's my opinion. What do you think men need to work on? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you want to add anything to that? Or
I agree. Definitely your attire, because some men just do not know how to dress.
Dress spooky.
You do not. Certain things that some men do is not enticing no woman to want to do anything with you. So forget about, knocking their boots, because that is not going to happen. Yes, your attire, smell good, scrub up well, comb your hair, brush your teeth, cream, put a bit of lotion on, there's nothing wrong with that. Cream your hands, have clean fingernails, just like your hygiene.
So sociably, from an external value point, sociably, just under being aware.
Yes.
And
then when it comes to talking.
And being a great leader. I'm going to say external and internal, being a leader. But I don't put words in your mouth. I'm just kind of piggybacking of what you're saying.
Men should be leaders, yes.
Yeah.
You should. I don't know. It's something I have to think about more.
What about the women?
The women, I don't think women really have a problem like that when it comes to maybe how they dress. I think for women, it's more just them as a person, their personality. Some of them just have their attitude, bad attitudes.
Yeah.
Personality is kind of dry, stuff like that needs to be worked on.
Their mindset, their culture, and the environment. So their biology, women's biology has been infiltrated, and now they're conditioned through their mind. Then the culture empowers women and the BS. Then the environment is the icing on the cake. Now, that's free game. That's free game. Now I think if the elder women would show the younger women, this is what's to expect as you get to my place, I think women would fare better.
They would, yeah.
I think women should listen to what men want.
Yep, that's a must.
There's many things that we could, break down and dissect back. But as far as dating in the next 5 years, something needs to give.
Yeah. Women also need to learn to be nice. Learn how to cater,
So just being feminine.
Yeah. In regards to being nice, sometimes there's nothing wrong with a man paying, and I'm sure he wants to pay for the date. But men like a woman that would at least offer to pay, full well he's going to pay for the day, but at least offer to show, I don't mind paying. And sometimes men will call your bluff on that as well, actually. So be ready to pay for that meal.
So basically, women need to show some effort.
Yeah.
So there's a few things that women need to do. There's some things that men need to do as well. But again, we're bringing you the content. We're starting the conversation. Our next podcast, we're going to break down some of these things. But it's a conversation, and we need to get it started, man.
Yep.
I'm not knocking anybody. Do your thing. But what do you guys think about what we spoke about today in today's podcast? Let us know. Put your thoughts down. I don't have anything more to add. I don't know if you do. Add what you want to add.
I have one more thing to add. We done a podcast called Who Should Pay on Dates. So I would also...
Controversy.
I would also, push you to go and watch that video as well. I will link it in the description. So easy access, nice and easy.
Who should pay on dates, eh? I know, I believe.
let us know your thoughts on that one as well. And also subscribe to our clips channel. I will also link that as well. Everything will be linked in the description box. Go and subscribe to that one as well and get, you know, the little sweet parts
you're gonna get them
of our videos.
Spots, you know,
So yeah, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel and our clips channel.
Anyways, in that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's podcast. I'm S. Banks.
And I'm JD.
Peace. We out.